Hello, we are doing my makeup today while we talk about what is really underneath our goals that we set for ourselves. So, what I've been playing with, as you know, is this goal of $100 million year. What is it that is underneath that for me? Because every single goal that we ever set for ourselves, there is always an underlying sensation that we are looking for. What is it that this $100 million year symbolizes for me? When we learn how to deconstruct our goals to understand what is underneath them, like what is it that we're really looking for? Because realistically, if you've never achieved the thing that you're setting out to achieve, as I've never achieved $100 million year achievement, I have actually no idea what that even means or what that even looks like in my day-to-day life. Like, what is that actually going to be experienced as? I have no idea. I just have some sort of concept of what it is, what it means, what it's going to do for me, what I'm going to experience it as. But there is some sort of reason why that's a goal that I've set, right? Or any goal that you see, whatever you're working towards too, you're working towards it because you haven't achieved it yet, right? But there must be, there is something underneath that goal that is driving you forward, that is creating that desire. So I'll first talk about what that is for me. Like when I deconstruct this $100 million year goal, what that actually means to me, what I'm actually looking for when I say that. Because really the money in this example is just, like I was saying, it's just a symbol. There's something that I'm predicting that is going to happen when I have this in my bank account. That is what I'm really looking for. That experience is what I'm really looking for. Let's just take a moment and you think about a few key words or key concepts of what making $100 million in a year would feel like for you. Like, just try to imagine it and think of like a few words that come up for you. It's kind of like picture what your life would look like if you achieved $100 million in a year. What would that mean for you? Each one of us, this answer is going to be different. For me, a big aspect of the symbol of money, it's connected to freedom. Setting like a super, super high money goal to me, it basically symbolizes me choosing a goal that in my mind activates like full freedom mode. Honestly, the actual number is arbitrary, but when you get up to those levels, you kind of don't have that many limitations in what you can do. There's obviously like still limitations that people who have a lot of money face, but in terms of like me being able to spend my time how I want to spend it, spend money on the things that I want to spend money on, most of those limitations are cleared up at that level of income generation. But yeah, for me, it's all about freedom. So when I think about the actual sensation that I'm looking for, it is I want to feel like, really, I want to be able to do what I want to do. And obviously, like spend money on things that I want to spend money on. But really, it's about in the day-to-day moments, I want to be able to spend my time doing what I feel like doing, not doing what I feel like I should be doing or things that I need to do, you know? And I think this desire for me comes from just a lifetime of watching everyone around me organizing their schedules and doing things for the sake of security and safety, and often being miserable in the process. So that's what it means for me. So now that I've defined that, this is where the reality creation, manifestation, law of assumption stuff comes in. When you've identified what sensation it is at the core of your goal, you can start asking yourself questions on how can I begin to experience that in my current reality, as my life is right now. even way before the money symbols or whatever comes in, the goal comes in, regardless of that, based on what my life looks like now, based on what's going on around me, etc., how can I integrate that sensation that I'm looking for in the accomplishment of the end goal? How can I integrate that into my present day circumstances? So for me, it's been about a little over, I guess like a month and a half now since I set this goal, and I've really been thinking about it and focusing on it. The biggest difference it's made to my life is that I've learned how to already establish that feeling now, and I'm basically just not doing anything that I don't want to do. My tolerance level for things that I actually do not enjoy, any habits, behaviors, hobbies, I'm paying so much close attention to what I'm spending each minute of my day on. And I'm just asking myself, is this something that I'm doing because I genuinely want to? It's coming from within. Oops. Or is it something that I'm doing because I feel like I need to do in order to get somewhere or achieve something? Because remember, for me, my $100 million year goal is I want to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. So obviously at this point, I can't just buy whatever I want to buy. But interestingly enough, I don't really even feel a desire to buy anything that I can't actually buy right now. Like there's no actual draw. Like there's nothing that I'm like, oh my God, I wish I had the money right now. I would like hit purchase right now. There's actually nothing like that. So anything that I do want to buy, it just happens to be in the budget, in the price range. And I'm letting myself do that. Don't mind this. So I'm already beginning to experience more purchasing freedom. I'm not really putting off things that I know I need in this moment, which is what I used to do. Like for example, I bought this beautiful coat that I've been wanting for a few years now, that I just kept putting off because it's slightly on the expensive side, because obviously it's a coat. And I did all this research last year, looking up different coats, stores. Like I wanted something that was made well and with good materials. And I found this coat from this store in Toronto called Lauren's Coats. I literally had it bookmarked for over a year. And then this fall, I'm like, oh, I'm doing this challenge. Like that version of me, that $100 million year self would just buy the coat and have the coat. Because again, it's not like it's not out of our ability to purchase. Like it is something that for a one-time purchase, like a coat that lasts years and years, especially getting something high quality, it is something that Garrett and I can afford right now to buy. But I would be in like a scarcity mindset, and I would like postpone big purchases even though I needed it. So last fall and winter, I was basically wearing these older coats that didn't make me feel so good because I was too afraid to like spend that money now. Whereas this year, I just went ahead and did it. And now I get to enjoy that coat. And in those day-to-day moments, like it's like makes me feel like I'm already living that $100 million year self. There's a video that I made a few weeks ago talking about like how a recent coaching program that I launched failed, and I felt so much relief. That lesson, noticing that oftentimes I will go after goals because I think that is what I want to do, when in reality it's not what I want to do. That experience made me more aware of that. And so now it's like I'm able to catch myself doing that sooner, instead of like doing the whole process and then realizing at the end, oh, this is not something that I want to do. Like as soon as an idea pops in, I make it go through the filter of, is this actually something that I want to do? Or is this desire coming from something that I feel like I need to do for some reason? Like, is this desire coming from some sort of like mental programming? Like essentially, is it coming from within, something that I'm inspired and excited to do because I feel like I will enjoy the process? Or is it something that I've seen someone else do, or I've picked up from my environment somewhere or my experiences, and it's something that I'm trying to implement into my own life because I feel like it will get me to a certain place. So just removing all of those things that I feel like will get me to a certain place, and instead only spending time on things that I genuinely want to be doing in the moment. And you know how people always talk about like, I forgot to put my eyeliner on in this process of talking. Let's try it. Hopefully I don't mess it up because I already put the mascara on. I'm not used to talking and doing my makeup, so bear with me. But what was I saying? There's a lot that we do because as a means to an end, you know? But then we have all of this business advice and stuff that's talking about, or success advice that makes us, or that tells us that, hold on, let me do this line. Success advice basically tells us that we have to focus on process, not the end. Like, it's like life is about the journey, not the end goal, or like the success is oftentimes the final achievement doesn't even hit as good as as you think it's going to hit, because it's all about the process. You know, like those types of quotes. I feel like there's so many of them that I don't even know which one to exactly pinpoint. But essentially that, it's like I'm just being able to actually implement that advice, because anything that I'm choosing to do with my time now, it's for the experience of it. It's for, like, there is obviously some sort of end goal or process, but it's for fulfillment in the now moment. And often I'm noticing that these tasks that I do end up doing that are focused on the fulfillment in the present moment, these, if done over a long period of time, will automatically get me into the accomplishment of the lifestyle and the experiences that are going to make me feel really happy and fulfilled. One more sec. So essentially what's happened is that I am now in a state for the majority of my day, unless I fall into like past habits and mental frameworks and stuff that are from the past conditioned version of me, unless I get into that, for the most part, my day consists of doing things that I'm excited to do, that feel exciting for me, that I enjoy the process of doing, that I enjoy the challenge of solving. And it's like put me in this state where it's like, oh, fulfillment is here now. I can feel fulfilled in the now. I don't even need, at this point, it's like I feel so filled up and good in each now moment that the concept of waiting for some future accomplishment, like the $100 million a year type thing, in a way, it's like it almost feels irrelevant. But it's not irrelevant to the point where I'm not motivated to like do specific actions and work on specific business ideas that will get me there. It's more just that sense of urgency or like desperation to achieve a goal, this goal, it's just not there, because I'm like so happy in every now moment. Like I'm living my days as I would live them if I had hit $100 million a year, if that was the level of wealth that I had access to, the level of lifestyle that I had access to. The only thing, like in terms of my inner self, I'm already feeling the majority of the feelings that I would feel if I was there. The only thing that would really be changed once I actually accomplish that goal is my physical surroundings, probably some of the materials in my home, you know, just like maybe just nicer quality clothing, or like, you know, just it's like about the materials around me is probably what's going to change more, like how I'm structuring my day, how I'm feeling in every moment, my eating habits, all of that is going to stay stable. It's just kind of like it's like the costume of my life is the only thing that's going to be shifted. From the outside looking in, people are going to potentially analyze that external shift and be like, oh, she's happy because she has this car now, or she wears this clothes or whatever. Like, you know, it's like she's happy because she can do these, she has access to these like beauty treatments or something like that, you know? And it's like, that's why she's happy, because she got access to all of this stuff. But in reality, what's happening is that I'm already feeling that fulfillment now. And in that future, when that goal is achieved, from my perspective, it's not going to make a major inner difference. It's just going to be like, oh, cool. You know, like it's just, it feels like all the external stuff is now going to be a bonus, because I'm already sourcing the sense of stability, security, freedom, fulfillment in the now. Like I'm learning how to self-source that. I'm learning how to feel that now before everything arrives on the material plane. And then that way, anything that does arrive on the material plane just feels like bonus, like I was saying. But I just feel like there's no desperation, and I just feel so relaxed and so like leaned back. Like the energy is so leaned back, which feels amazing, because that sense of being leaned back also is the least draining state for me to be in when I'm constantly pursuing or trying to figure something out, or in the sense of like trying to just like hustle forward to accomplish something, that I'm just constantly leaking energy, right? Because I feel like I'm swimming against the current. Whereas now I feel like I'm just being carried by a current. I'm just focusing on every present moment. I'm focusing on following the guidance that I'm receiving from my highest self in every present moment. It's like that's how I'm structuring my days, which is essentially the same thing as me asking myself, what do I want to do right now? What feels most exciting for me to do right now? And then just letting myself do it, quieting any thoughts that are making me feel like I'm not allowed to do this thing, or I need to be doing something else to achieve something, or, you know, like, don't do this, like, you should be focusing on it. Like any sort of like outer shoulds. Here's a video about inner versus outer shoulds and their connection to life force energy, like I'm talking about. Anything like that, I'm just like quieting those thoughts that are coming from outer shoulds or outer conditioning, and just centering back into, what do I actually want to do right now? What feels good for me to do right now? Even with these videos, it's like if I don't feel like filming a video, I don't film it, because I want the experience of filming a video, the experience of editing a video and posting it. I want all of that to feel fulfilling and good. I don't want to just do all of that stuff for the sake of views or growing an audience. Like I don't want to go through all this stuff in the process being motivated by what I think I'm going to experience once it gets posted and once I grow an audience. Like I want to source a sense of fulfillment and excitement and enjoyment in the whole process from beginning to end. So I'm not going to film anymore when I don't feel like filming. I'm going to film, like today, it's like being genuinely excited about an idea that I had for a video, and then executing on that and just feeling that happiness and fulfillment in every stage of the journey of this video, of my YouTube channel, of my life, and just, yeah. So to take away from this video, I want you to think about what goal is it that you are desiring to work on right now? Like what is it that you're working towards? And really ask yourself, what is it that you're looking for within that goal? Like when you imagine your life having achieved that goal, what does your life look like? How do you feel? What is the sensation that you're looking for from the accomplishment of this goal? So for me, the $100 million year signifies, it's a symbol for a sense of freedom in the day-to-day. Now you've identified that, then start to ask yourself, how can you integrate that sensation into your existing current reality? You know, how can I integrate a sense of day-to-day freedom in my existing current reality? Oh, I can just not do anything that I don't have to do, that I'm forcing myself or pressuring myself to do based on some reason. So yeah, that's the video for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Follow me on Instagram, and that's it for now. My memberships are currently paused, so you can't enter them right now. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, YouTube. Oh, my email list. That is something that I started last week. So I'm going to leave a link if you want to join my email list. It's like a newsletter thing, but it's not really like a marketing vibe. Like, the vibe of it is kind of like inner temple. It's like there's some things that I feel like sharing that I don't feel like sharing publicly, but I want to develop, like if you want to develop a closer relationship with me, and you know, I've been like, people have been replying to my emails, and it's kind of like this like pen pal letter type situation. So that's kind of the vibe of the email newsletter. Like obviously, if I ever sell anything or I'm like launching a program or something, I'll mention it in the newsletter or send out newsletters talking about that. But in general, I'm creating it to be a space that is like a pen pal love letter type situation, type flow, just very personal and sharing intimate, just in more of an intimate space. That's what the word is. So yeah, that link will be in the description. And that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching. Actually, we'll leave on a card because it's right here. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. And it was right here, so I'm thinking of pulling us a card. Ooh, we got Mary of Nazareth. This is Mother Mary, as we know. Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. And the affirmation is, I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Just a note on that as well. If you think of Mother Mary's story, the myth of Mother Mary, she required an immense amount of self-trust in order to actualize what she knew she was here on the planet for, to give birth to this prophet. That level of self-trust requires an immense amount of courage. And that is something that is so aligned with this video today too, because in order for me to access the freedom in every moment that I've been desiring, it's like I'm no longer waiting for the permission of the material world to, like I'm no longer waiting for that, the $100 million in a year, to give me permission to do what I actually want to do, to live every day, every moment, feeling free and doing what I want to do, not what I think I have to do or should be doing. Doing that takes an immense amount of courage and self-trust, because there's a reason why you feel like you should be doing something. There's a lot of like fear and anxiety and stuff that comes up. So yeah, that card is relevant because the affirmation again is, I am blessed and my courage gives birth to the divine. So we'll leave on that. Bye.